Hi everyone, welcome back to Gracie's Garden. I'm in Florida Zone 9B, and today we're going to plant up the milkweed. The milkweed I purchased a few weeks ago at the DeLand Wildflower Festival, and I haven't had space in the actual butterfly garden to plant it. It's just really large, so I thought this pot would work fine. And I just got this pot. Somebody was throwing it out in their trash, and I was able to bring it home. It does have a crack on the one side, but it doesn't seem to go all the way through the pot. So this is where we're going to put the milkweed. So this is the milkweed. As you can see, it's a little droopy. I just watered it, and we're going to put it in this pot. In hindsight, I should have watered it after I decided to put it in this pot, but that did not happen. Ooh, it is quite, well, it's not too badly root bound. And there's 3, maybe 4 plants in here. It's kind of hard to tell at times. I'm just going to give this a loose rub and put it in here. Now I am out of potting soil, but it is at the height that I want it to be at. So I'm just going to wait until I get to the store, either tonight or tomorrow, to go buy soil. I've got quite a few of these little, I don't know if you could see that, little marks on the leaves already. I don't know if those are monarch seeds or eggs or not. Otherwise they're not very friendly bugs, but quite of the few have it on there. So I'm going to leave those alone to see if they are monarch butterfly eggs, and just kind of go from there to decide. I'm going to water this again, even though I don't have the soil up along the side, just so I can try to keep it from wilting. I've seen a lot of butterflies on this already. I'll show you at the end of the video some of the one of the butterflies that I saw. It was huge. It was about the size of my hand, and that beautiful orange and red. So, all right, and let's go plant some plants. We're just going to do some chores today around the garden. I watered the garden, and I swept up the driveway a little bit and picked up some plant pots that I had scattered about. So let's go plant some plants. The plants we're going to plant I've had probably a year and a half. And they really need to go in the ground. They're looking a little spindly and sad. So we're going to go do that. Okay, so these are the 2 plants we are going to plant up. It's orange bulbine, and the other one is a yellow or a red, I forget, but one is orange, one is another color. And as you can see, they've gotten very leggy, and there's basically no soil left in this bucket, and the roots are just kind of coming up. So I'm going to kind of plant them a little deep and take out a plant that has died and put these in their place. They need a lot of sun. They get a long orange spike, a flower spike, and they haven't bloomed in over a year, I think because they're in these pots. So we're going to plant these up. Okay, so this is where I put the 2 plants here, and I was originally going to put it back over in here, in the back corner, but the dead shrub has more roots than I thought it did, which is surprising since it died on me. But so I'm going to leave it be for now. I have to get like a saw and get into that, and I think it's actually too much shade. So I think this will be a perfect location. It's up front by the sun. So, and these are all the coleuses I currently have, and I am going to put this bag of mulch around everything, and try to keep the weeds at bay. I don't have much grass left, but I think the mulch should help that a little bit. You can see right in there, it is in bloom already. I can't remember what this plant is called. No, can't remember. But it gets pretty blue flowers, and it's put on a lot of new growth. And then look at the cactus here. Cactus is looking quite neat. And it's put on a lot of new growth as well. And the coleus in bloom. And then there's the two plants they planted, and the dead plant back there. And then this is castor plant, which is just a baby of the mother plant that's right here. Okay, so I got the mulch down. It looks pretty good, I think. But a big bag of mulch does not go as far as you think. So I might get a bag or two more and kind of try to fill in the back part of it. So I got mostly just the front. And then I did add some of the mulch to a spot that's being worn in the yard from where I walk. Might put a stepping stone there. I go there and stand a lot and think about my garden. So I'm going to probably put one stepping stone, maybe two, in this area. And there is the donkey with some more coleus. This one survived the winter. I've probably had it 2 or 3 years now. And the bird bath. And then the only other plant to plant is this one, but I am going to wait. It's a moonlight, climbing moonlight. It was on clearance at Lowe's. I'm just not sure where to put it, and I'm kind of waiting for the sun, the summer sun, to kind of come back into play before I decide where to put it. I don't think it can take direct sunlight, and it's been here good all winter, but now that the sun is starting to come through, the leaves are starting to get a little bit burned on the edge, and there's another burnt spot there. So just got to think about that a little bit more. Might put it on the side of the house where it gets only sun in the late afternoon, and it would only be filtered sun. So got to think about that one a little bit. But everything else in the front yard is looking pretty good. Yeah, so that is where we're at right now with the front yard. Okay, so the next project is going to be this staghorn. There are vines from the golden pothos that's climbing up this tree falling out of the tree into the staghorn. So I am going to cut those vines away so they don't take over. And Orange Cat is joining me for this. He's sitting on the mulch. He's so cute. Okay, so here is the pothos that I cut down. It is about 6 foot tall. It did not look that long just hanging there, but once I cut it out, it was like, oh my goodness. So it is long. I am going to, I think, give it to a neighbor and let her see if she wants it and let her deal with it. I have plenty of pothos, I think, but it looks much better gone and not dangling. Okay, and this is the first harvest from the garden. Some Everglades tomatoes. They're just little tiny cherry tomatoes. So first harvest, I'm excited about that. So I'll show you what else I received from the neighbor that was throwing out the plant pot. And that is this little wire basket. I don't know if you can see it too much. Just one of those wire planters. And it has quite a few plants in it. It has this jade plant in it, 2 of those, and it has this paddle succulent, some kind of sansevieria snake plant, and then it also has this some kind of succulent, and it is actually in bloom. Let me try to show you here. So it does have these cute little orange peach color flowers coming out of it. So, I mean, and it has something else that's seen better days in there, some are kind of succulent, but everything's relatively in good shape. I did water it quite well. It does need quite a bit of drink. I think it's root bound, as these are starting to wilt even after a couple of days of the jade plant. Even a couple of days after watering, it still kind of has that puckered look to its leaves. So I thought that was a good find. I've not done well with these in the past, the succulents, but hopefully, being established and quite large, hopefully they'll do well. But yeah, and this is one of my favorite plants. That these get such a pretty flower on them. The neighbor has some around her mailbox, and they're huge, but I've not managed to keep them alive or healthy looking. So hopefully this does do better. So yeah, that's a good find of the week, along with that pot. Okay everyone, that's it for this week's video. I hope you all have a great week. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And I'm going to show you some video now of the butterfly I saw earlier in the week, of orange cat, and just some weekend activities from last week. Alright, bye.
No.